is diabetes and why whoever is either pre-diabetic or diabetic is not able to manage it and maintain it properly, because only 7.7% people out of 100 are able to manage it. More than 92% people are failing in either reversing it or managing just their sugar, blood pressure and cholesterol.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, let me go to the first question. What is diabetes?
And you can feel free to explain it through paper and charts if you want to.
I'll do that. So, diabetes, simply put, is a condition where the blood sugar level is above normal. So, what people don't know is that everybody has sugar in the body. Sugar is like fuel. If you don't have sugar, you'll die. If your sugar goes down below, particularly, it's incompatible with life. Okay. So, the normal sugar fasting will be, say, around 80, 80, 90, less than 100, definitely. Okay, maybe 70 to 100. After food, it may go to, say, 120. It won't go beyond that. HbA1c, we said, will be less than 5.6. If these three are there, you're not having diabetes, you're not having pre-diabetes also. If it starts going up, fasting goes from 100 to 125. The post-glucose, not postprandial, 140 to 199. Then HbA1c 5.7 to 6.4. Then it's pre-diabetes. Then you got diabetes. This will be more than 126. This will be more than 200. That will be more than 6.5 HbA1c. So this is diabetes, this is pre-diabetes, this is normal. So this is the how you classify. Now, you may have one of this. That means you've got diabetes. But it's not one disease. There are about 50, 60 different types of diabetes. The common thing we know is type 1, type 2, gestational diabetes, and then another set of... But there are, I just now mentioned neonatal diabetes. Like this, it goes on and on. Fibrocalcific, I mentioned. There are so many types of diabetes. This only tells you you've got diabetes. Now we have to start classifying what type of diabetes. It makes a big difference. Type 1, you go treat with tablet, you are going to kill that guy. Type 2, you go and start giving insulin unnecessarily, they'll put on weight and so on. So that is called precision diabetes. You have to diagnose. So we have got certain rules by which we see. One simple thing is that age at all. So below 6 months, it's neonatal diabetes. So look for neonatal diabetes. If all neonatal diabetes ruled out, it still could be rarely type 1 at that age, but it's usually type. Above that is likely to be type 1. So we do simple test, C-peptide test. That is insulin secretion. If it is 0, finished. It's type 1. No other diabetes will go to 0. Okay. Now it's showing good C-peptide. I told you, a little older, 15, 16-year-old, 18-year-old, he comes with acanthosis, strong family history, obese. It's type 2. Not obese, not needing insulin, but strong family history. There's a type of diabetes called MODY. Maturity onset diabetes of young, MODY. In that, there are 14 types of MODY. Okay. So some of those MODY types, like neonatal diabetes, can be treated with tablets. Okay. Just like neonatal diabetes. They belong to that same class, MODY 1, MODY 3. They respond to that. So when you come to us, it doesn't mean everybody will do genetic test. For some, I may think he's got this FCPD. I'll just take an X-ray, stone, finished. Diagnosis stops there. C-peptide absent, type 1. Diagnosis stops there. Obese man coming with this, obvious, type 2. You don't have to proceed you don't have to keep on doing everything for everyone. It's a waste of money, waste of time. But not fitting in everywhere. Then we start asking, is this MODY? Is this something else? Is it some genetic syndrome? Is it something else? Somebody will say hearing is affected. Oh, does your mother also have diabetes? Yes. Does she also have hearing problem? Yes. Then it's maternally inherited diabetes with deafness, MID. It's coming from mother, maternally inherited, diabetes with deafness, finished. So deafness gives a clue. So like Sherlock Holmes, you can easily, with the experience, say, this is this, this is that. This is that. For me, as a patient walks in itself, I can say. This is the rest of it is only to confirm. Okay. It's like Sherlock Holmes, you can just pick it up. Just like the experience, you can pick it up. Okay. So that's what makes this disease so interesting. There's so many types in this, and with knowledge, you learn over years and so on. Now, once you know which type of diabetes, you also know. See, in type 2 diabetes only, you talk about reversal and all. Type 1 is not possible. FCPD is not possible. In Modi, it's not possible. It's genetic. How can
Okay.
Type 1, how will you, all the cells are gone. Here, stones are there. How are you going to reverse? Certain things we know you can. GDM, gestational diabetes. They have diabetes during pregnancy. The moment they deliver, the diabetes will go away. The day they deliver, up to that, they'll be diabetic. They'll be on insulin or not. The day they deliver, glucose will drop because baby is out. Baby is producing it. That will go. But they may get it back within 5 years. So what do we do? Now you start with them, don't put on weight, don't do this, you can prevent diabetes. So you have to focus on that in a different way.
I was reading up something about you that Stanford has put you in top 2% scientists of the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have said something about Indians, this is shocking, that if an Indian gets diagnosis of pre-diabetes, within 8 years, there's 40% chance that they'll develop full diabetes.
Even higher.
Why specifically Indians? Like, what is there about Indians that we are building and developing diabetes faster than any other population on earth?
So partly it's genetic. So through centuries of genes coming down the pool, so we have had consanguineous marriages. It may not be so much in the north, but in the south and all, we get a lot. Marrying your cousin, marrying your uncle, all that is very common. So the gene gets multiplied. So that is one thing. Second thing is that intrauterine itself, and the mother is malnourished and thin. The baby is also thin, and therefore already born with a smaller pancreas. The amount of beta cells are very much reduced. And so they're destined to get diabetes. On top of that, what brings out all the insulin from the pancreas is your carbohydrate. We consume too much of carbs, whether it's rice or wheat or whatever, and that pulls out the little insulin you have also gets pulled out very fast. And to burn it, you have to do a lot of exercise. We really don't do much exercise. So all this put together becomes a deadly combination to push you into pre-diabetes and then into diabetes.
Yeah. You said first, let's talk about all 4 topics individually. First, you said the marriages.
Yeah.
So what happens? Like when you married somebody from the same family or
so
same
let
sort
us
of...
say that there are these families which have the gene for diabetes. And let's say there's another set of families where there's no gene. Nobody in that family has diabetes at all. If this family marries into that family, the gene is going to get diluted. Because there's no gene here at all.
Yeah.
There is a gene here. Now, within this, if you keep marrying within that, the gene will get multiplied. They marry their uncle. The uncle also has a gene. You also have the gene. Okay. Their kids will have the gene. Then they're going to marry another cousin. So again, the gene will get multiplied. If you keep doing this for generations, then you're already filled with those genes to get heart disease and to get diabetes and so on. So that's one thing. Then the diet also doesn't help because so much of carbs we take that we are pulling out all the insulin.
So coming back to the marriage part, do you think is it from purely just medical point of view, from the point of view of health of your offsprings, of your kids, should you not marry inside the family?
Should not at all.
Never.
It's much healthier to, at least not at the first cousin level, or in Tamil Nadu, they actually marry their own uncle. Mother's brother is the first, he has a right.
Choice.
He has a right, actually, to marry. Suppose my sister was there and my mother had a brother. The first, he should say no before she can marry someone else. That has been good. This is to keep...
Wait. You said the mother's brother.
Yeah, mother's brother. Uncle.
Uncle has the first right to
marry the mother's child.
First he has to say no.
Yeah. It'll actually happen there.
Okay.
But if he is not interested...
Age gap and everything?
It won't be too much, no? See, they used to marry young, or maybe younger brother. See, suppose mother itself used to marry at 19, 20. Then her brother maybe 5 or 6 years younger to her. Maybe even 10. Those times they're large families. So maybe even 10 years younger to her. And so when her daughter becomes 18, 20, he'll be 25, 28 something. And so the first